back to the show. This is the Mental Breakdown. I'm your host, Joey Velez. Today, we're going to be talking about another important concept when it comes to performance, which is process versus outcome focus. So let's start with a simple question. All right, imagine you're standing over a 5 foot putt to win your club championship or even just beat your best friend in a friendly matchup. Or maybe you're a baseball or softball player stepping into the batter's box with the game on the line. Or maybe you're about to give a big presentation in front of your boss, your coworkers, or your partners. Or maybe you're a student who's about to take an exam. Right? What's going through your mind as you're getting ready for this moment? A lot of people, it's something along the lines of, I have to make this, I can't mess this up, like I have to pass. If I fail, everybody's going to know. Now, those thoughts are all focused on the outcome, which is the result you want or either don't want. Now, what the problem with that is that you can't directly control outcomes, right? You can't control whether the ball goes in after it leaves your putter. You can't control how your opponent performs. You can't control the final score, the judge's decisions, or whether your instructor asks an unexpected question. But what you can control is the process. The process is everything you do in the present moment that gives you the best chance to be successful. For a golfer, the process might look like, reading your putt, taking a practice stroke, committing to the line, and making a smooth, confident stroke. For the baseball or softball player, maybe it's, hey, seeing the ball early, staying balanced, and executing a quality swing. Notice that none of those guarantee success, but they maximize the likelihood of success. And that's where elite performers separate themselves. They understand that great outcomes are usually the byproduct of consistently executing great processes. Here's another reason why process focus matters. Outcome focus oftentimes creates anxiety. When your attention shifts to what if I fail, your brain starts predicting future consequences instead of solving the task that's in front of you. Your heart rate increases, your muscles tighten, your attention narrows. You begin trying to control things that you simply have no control over. On the other hand, a process focus brings your attention back to the present moment. Instead of thinking, I have to win, you think smooth tempo. Instead of don't miss, you think aim small, commit to the target. Instead of I need to impress everybody, you think execute my next rep. One question I often ask performers is, what would success look like if the scoreboard disappeared? Now think about that for a moment. If nobody could see the score, how would you define success? Would it be sticking to your routine? Would it be maintaining composure after mistakes? Would it be communicating effectively, executing your fundamentals? Those are all process goals. And ironically, they're the same things that often produce better outcomes. This doesn't mean that outcomes don't matter. Goals are important, outcomes are important, winning matters, right? Making the team matters, getting promoted matters, but outcomes belong in the planning phase, not in the performance phase. Before competition, it's perfectly appropriate to set an outcome goal. However, once the performance begins, it's about shifting our attention to the behaviors that are going to help us achieve that goal. A helpful way to remind yourself is this: outcome goals give you direction, process goals give you execution. So here's something to think about for the week. Okay, before your next practice, competition, high pressure event, whatever that is, write down 3 process goals that you can completely control. Maybe it's something like, take a deep breath before every shot, stay present and refocus after every mistake, communicate with confidence, finish every movement with good technique. Afterward, don't just ask yourself, did I win? Also ask yourself, did I commit to my process? Because if you consistently win the process, the outcomes oftentimes take care of themselves over time. And that's what I have for you all today. So remember, you can't always control the result, but you can always control your response, your preparation, your next action. Stay present, trust your process, and just see what happens. Um, yeah, like always, don't forget to like, rate, review, share the podcast, download the podcast, share with your family and friends. Check out the social media sites. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's a topic you want me to talk about on this podcast, and then we'll potentially get after that. I'll ask any questions too, so try to be a little bit more interactive. So if there's anything you have questions about, just let me know. But that's it. So appreciate y'all stopping by. And don't forget, today's a great day to make an impact on someone's life. All right, y'all. Have a good one.